course, you have to remember that. So let's see how it goes. We're getting into the game. We're getting into map number 1, which is, of course, Train. That is going to be the pick of INTZ, and therefore Grayhound will get the CT side start, I can only assume.
Yeah, no, I think I had already seen that they picked into the CT side. And that's the thing, you look at these two teams, and in a lot of ways, both coming from kind of similar situations. Like Grayhound, they're like they're like the Aussie team that I would say closest to Renegades, right? Like they're the ones trying to get up there. INTZ in another like pretty saturated scene, but more so where it's just you have like 1 or 2 very known teams, and these guys are trying to grind their way up once more, right? So kind of comparable scenarios between the two of them. But from opposite sides of the globe, INTZ setting up over here towards the inner bomb site. 3 players grouped up here initially. Bomb on the back of Cello. He's moving in. You can see he's got that Molotov and a smoke. So I'm guessing with how this looks right now, I'm just seeing, yeah, so the Yell is the player with a smoke and 2 flashbangs, and he was actually back towards main. I was wondering if he was going to throw them into that A bomb site to try and sell a bit of a fake here. It does look like he's looking up at the windows, so yeah, that does look to be the call.
I like the reposition from Grayhound. After they show close positioning, they back off because they want this pop flank to be a factor of this round. They want these 2 players to come up the ladder and get some kills.
And yeah, this is where Cello with that Molotov can be so valuable. The one thing to bear in mind is he's got the bomb, so he's got to get into that bomb site. But with Destiny and KNG lighting up the scoreboard, might not be a problem. But Malta's straight through that smoke. He's found a double of his own, and now this retake well and truly on here. 3v3. Molotov's already out of the question in this round. And Dick Stacy looking for some damage, gets brought down just to 2 points of health. Malta's been deleted in the meantime, and these guys trailing behind now. Yell doubling up. Ooh. And Urcast 1v2 while he's got the kit. He doesn't have HP. He'll get put down. INTZ find themselves the pistol there. Inner sight working beautifully for them.
Yeah, that was really surprising to not see them attempt that flank. The second the B play came in, we saw both those Pop Dog players just run back and go through connector. Like, it's a safer call for sure. I just assumed that with them going double inside the connector, they would want to abuse that fact that they have a quick rotation. Either way, it doesn't matter. But INTZ taking a pistol, that's you know, goes against the statistics rather coming into this series, which is definitely going to play into their hand. Grayhound forcing things up. They don't want the economy to get out of control. Oh, I like this. We see MVP do this sometimes. Double nade to catch any aggressive CTs pushing up the ramp, but no one coming here for Grayhound. They are forced. They don't just want to rush into a setup. I'll just cover positions as normal. They have a bit of utility to still play nice and slow. Smoke off some of these angles. Dexter does get out of dodge. Smokes it off as well. They opt not to push through it. And top B is owned by Grayhound. That's a really nice nade from Malta. Tags down Yell. What's the plan here? Swapping positions so Malta can watch T-Con instead. Put that UMP by the ladder. Malta has a resmoke for main as well. And this is great. Grayhound are extremely aggressive. They're keeping INTZ boxed in. These guys couldn't get into B halls. Now they can't get into T-Con. I mean, very nice stuff for Grayhound, but eventually those smokes will fade and INTZ will have the time to push.
No, Malta holding this close angle. I mean, they're so aware that someone could have pushed, right? They're not going to not check that close corner. Malta gets spotted trying to leave main. I think he hears the flashback make contact there with a player, so he knows that they are pushing in behind him.
Time.
A smoke was thrown over towards that B bomb site by the players over there, and that's kept these 2 players inside of B, now only just rotating out. Urcast falling over and Pop Dog leaves. Grayhound with 4 players inside of the site. INTZ, they've left this down to the wire though. 15 seconds. Malta emerging, will get put down by KNG. 10 seconds now as that bomb goes down, and Dexter is too far away to deny it.
Oh, nice shot. I mean, Grayhound have played this round perfectly apart from winning their duels. That's the only issue. Dexter's making up for that fact, but it might be too late. Too late for who? 3 kills? Surely not. It's a 1-on-2 and the bomb still ticking away. He's got no kit. He's got to get a kill now and they double peek him. INTZ will close it out. Great exits from Dexter. He at least makes it costly here in round number 2. But yeah, as said, like Grayhound, they did such a good job of stalling INTZ from taking any kind of map control in that round. and really good repositioning, knowing when to fall back. Malta gives up T-Con at the perfect time. Instead of, if he commits to T-Con there, he probably dies, and it brings it down to the last 10-20 seconds before that bomb plant comes in. So really nice try from Grayhound. Unfortunately, just not winning any of the gunfights until Dexter comes in with the Deegs. And now it is pistols, just flat vanilla ones, USPs and a P250 on Dexter. Ivy push. Dexter's taking a smoke towards B to ward off any attackers, and in the meantime, Grayhound, they're actually fully wrapping spawn here, and very fast as well. They start to sneak. Obviously getting close to T-Con, not wanting INTZ to hear them. They're going to have the wrap.
Man, I feel like we're at the dog track. Look, the Greyhounds, they're off, and they're down through Ivy. And now, I'm trying to think of, like, names that the people name stuff in, like, horse races, but I can't.
What, like the names of the dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They're usually really
they are.
This one's like, oh, Darren Bullerher.
I don't think it's
number 3.
They always have like weird. It's like
I don't watch dog racing.
No, me either. To be fair,
we're really not the people to talk about this.
Dog fighting. Now
that's a whole sport. Yeah. Now we're talking, Harry. I bet my Schnauzer can tear your poodle to shreds.
Is that a threat?
I think it's hitting on you, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. I thought, wait, what are the other? 3-0 lead for INTZ, Hugo, and now that first buy coming in for Grayhound. Sicko's going to have his AWP, very happy about that. Interesting call from him to go for the utility. He leaves himself $50 short for armor there, so I don't know if maybe that was a miscalculation or not, but he buys a smoke and a flashbang, I'm pretty sure, and that's left him armorless in this round.
He wouldn't have had enough anyway, Harry.
No, it's because the money didn't take away from the thing. So the HUD still said 600 for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I am forgiven, I think. Then.
No, I will never forget. Quick push and pop from Urcast. INTZ setting up outside of those B halls, similar to the pistol round here. All 5 players top side right now. But will it be topsy-turvy for Grayhound? Dexter's still looking. Oh, he gets caught. He's swinging. He sees no one. He peeks wide to throw a grenade. That's when they peek. Unfortunate timing, but he, to be honest, gets a lot of damage. And even though he takes a dink, he softens up everyone. This makes the M4s a little bit more dangerous, and the AWP is swapped over. So honestly, it depends how this round plays out, but that could be favorable for Grayhound, that exchange. Dexter watching top B as INTZ get ready to push out. He's holding a bit of a tight angle here. Minute on the clock. INTZ not in a rush, but seeming like they are ready to go. They are so far pushed. If he just stands a little bit to the left, he might see the barrel of the gun that Cello holds. Destiny, in the meantime, in T-Con trying to sell a fake, but here's where the real push will come through once the call is made.
Yeah, they spot that flash. Dexter's fully blind. They drop onto Sicko, and he's going to fall immediately. But it's Dexter once again chiming in with 2. He's dropped the bomb. Only 10 points of health to his name, and he's bought time for these rotations to come in. You still have to bear in mind this long flank from Destiny is yet to come into action. And it needs to now more than ever. 15 seconds. This bomb locked down inside of B. Malta gets rid of Destiny on the flank, and it's only Yell left. Dexter in with 3 kills, and that's all on the back of getting dropped that AWP from Sicko. The early damage. Dexter is looking good right now to kickstart this series, and I think that's a promising sign for Grayhound looking to the future.
Yeah, certainly, right? The 3 Deegs in round number 2, the AWP kills in the buy round. I mean, that's definitely the confidence boost that you want if you're Dexter in this position. He is already on the scoreboard in a big way. 3-1, and INTZ going back in with the buy, but it will be their last unless they find success here. AWP is in the hands of KNG, but Cello's only deked up. Well, INTZ spread out a little bit more this time, go for a D4. They had to really do that. They've just been grouping and going for executes. Dick Stacy pushed down Ivy. That's a nade. It just dodges it. Could get flashed down here, but the AWP is just posted, waiting for first contact. Here's the flash. Sicko going for it, and they're so blind. They're trying to run boost. Dick Stacy gets a kill. KNG still flash responds. But that's a 1-for-1 down Ivy, and INTZ now given control there. Malta's going to have to rotate to cover that position.
Yeah, now conceding Ivy, just giving it up. INTZ falling back. very late deep smoke into main. Grayhound have been doing a very good job of holding on to this utility and not just draining it all from the offset. We saw, you know, if you think even to that pistol round from Grayhound, they throw that smoke into main and it just buys them so much time, delays this push. And once more for INTZ, this push is having to come in the closing 30 seconds of this round.
Oh, they've done such a good job of faking this as well. Dexter didn't think it was B, and now with utility being thrown in after he gets picked up, there's over-rotations. Malta just makes it back to the bomb train in time, and Sicko is finally moving through the connector. INTZ, 20 seconds, they've got to make something happen here, but Urcast lines up a double. The trade is there with the AWP, but that bomb's been dropped in the open, and they need the plant right here, right now. Missed shot from Sicko. That could cost them everything. 6 seconds, he's wrapping, they found him, the bomb's been dropped, it's a one-on-one, and Zan can't find the kill. The time expires, and it's Grayhound's round to stand. Even dies after time as well, insult to injury.
Man, Malta is a little filthy gremlin boy. I hope we get to have a replay of that, because he waits, right, and he has Sicko sneaking into the bomb site. They know all they have to do is deny that bomb plant, and so the second that the player on the bomb train kills Sicko before he can do exactly that, Malta just dives through the smoke that he was standing in over at Ivy, denies the bomb plant, and you see him, the second he's got that kill, there's no hanging around, there's no hesitation, he's straight out because he knows he's done it. Grayhound 2-3 up, or sorry, 2-3 down, but getting some rounds to their name, and they should be tying this up 3-3. On top of that, the kill onto Zan came in after time, so he's got nothing in this round, not even a pistol to work with, and he's going to be a bit restricted, even looking into their buy round in the next.
I think the big issue of that previous round was that INTZ, they throw those B fake nades, right? They cause 2 rotations, and then they take too long to hit A. Not only was the time down to 15 seconds, forcing them to plant the bomb and therefore losing them the round, but in addition, I mean, Grayhound had time to realize, oh, no one's come out with these B smokes, let's just rotate back towards A. They had the call, they had the read, so INTZ need to be faster with these decisions. In this one, it's, oh, wow, that is some, can you do that, Harry? Can you bend your body backwards?
I mean, you know I can.
Yeah, of course. Stop winking at me. And there's the round. The Pistols find nothing here for INTZ. 3-3 for Grayhound as they come back from the early lead that the Brazilians once established. But now we have more guns coming through for the likes of INTZ.
I don't see an AWP here. Yeah, there is an AWP for Grayhound. Sicko on the MP9. He's gotten off to a bit of a tumultuous start as poor old Sicko in this one. You know, yesterday he was having some big moments on that AWP. Today he does just seem to be getting a little bit unfortunate in some of these fights, and now relegated down to the SMG. Definitely not ideal. This buy from INTZ, while they've got one, it's really not great. I mean, 3 smokes, 2 flashbangs. You can't even afford to throw any of this out on the go either. Like, you really do have to just hold all of this for your set piece when you want to throw it in. So they're just hoping they can find an advantage in some other way.
Flashes over A though.
Yeah, that one flash going out is 20% of their utility gone.
It does get Destiny deep down Olaf though. The issue is, I'm sure Grayhound are aware of this possibility. It's been covered and Malta will clean it up. Destiny, his destiny was death. Double Ivy setup in Sicko, drawing their attention, doing more than that with the grenade. Yell can't escape in time. And Dick Stacey's still here as well. Zan, he thinks he knows where this player is. He only knows 50% of the problems around this corner. Dick Stacey keeping him back with a Molotov. Bit of an angle, but that might actually spread near the end of it. Catching Zan in the corner. He looks okay. KNG finding a pick in the meantime, and Sicko coming out with a flashbang. Great team play from him and Malta. It's just Cello left up. 1-on-4. Finds a shot, but nothing more. It's Grayhound keeping up this streak. 4 in a row here on the CT side.
And I always seem to recall, right, you know, Grayhound, in that opening game that we got to see them in, which was back on Nuke, right,
Yeah.
it was once they bought the AWPs out, once they had rifles, they went on that near unstoppable tear in their game versus Crazy. And, you know, then obviously it all kind of fell apart in the second half, but we're seeing a bit more of the same here. Well, now that they've got these rifles out, once they've got the AWPs in play, INTZ haven't been able to field the round yet. Now, that does come with the caveat that they've been pretty restricted in terms of the buys, but they've still had, you know, 2 or 3 buy rounds in amongst this. This time it's back to the drawing board. The money's been whittled away at, so it's just the pistols, couple of sets of armor, and they're set up over towards Pop Dog. 4 players in this position. Not the most conventional round from INTZ. Looks like they've assembled the boost over the Pop Dog to try and spot the trains. That's Yell throwing up there, but he won't see anyone just yet.
Smokes really don't help. Oh, they know about it. Urkar still sitting around E-Box, just re-smoking, keeping INTZ contained once again. They're going to have to go back up the ladder. Might just see this end of the B play. That would be the best call to make if you look at the setup right now. Dexter, he's playing connector, but if they get a smoke down, oh, they don't even have a smoke carry. If they get a flash in, maybe they can cross to the site and get a plant, but... yeah, I don't know. I question the decision of going back towards A with this kind of buy. You have 2 flashbangs. Your Deagles have to get picks. And Grayhound have been winning a lot of these duels since they've had guns, rather. It is a bit of a split. They've got players coming from both T-Con and Pop Dog, but let's see how much they can do. Whether the B play was the right call. Cast. Oh my god, he's got absolutely beamed. Yell's going to get the Deag in, rather. Malta dropping the bomb. Double peek from the top of the train, and Shallow trades it back, but this should be where things start to get contained, right? Sicko on the site, pistol out, and KNG gets cleaned up from the rotate. So, yeah, a couple of kills from INTZ, some nice shots to the Deagles, but by and large, not going to be a winning round.
See, I swear I remember reading something after the first day yesterday. I swear KNG was one of the highest rated players of the major thus far, which I think is saying quite a lot when his team is 0-2. He might have actually been the top rated player, which is why I was so surprised.
Yeah, he's, I mean, I don't know about the comparison,
no.
but
I mean, it was, yeah, this was like,
yeah, he did very well in
so
both
it's
the
probably
games
changed now.
Yeah. I can believe
he was definitely one of the top-rated players at the tournament thus far. But that's very much changed now. You just looked it up, my word.
It's Kierby, Ethan, and Sir, the top 3 right now. Facecrack even coming in at number 4. Well, another rifle round for INTZ. AWP is out for KNG. And of course, this is such a dangerous player. Oh, yeah. Oh, he found a timing. Oh, he got so distracted by the player coming out of connector that he never checked to his right. That's where Dexter was just sitting and wait. Nice try from Yell. Doesn't always work. And that will be the man advantage going the way of Grayhound, as if things weren't already going their way. And grenades coming up from below. Cello going to try and molly this player out of Pop Dog, but little does he know Urkast has already retreated. That molly won't be a problem. That's a kill. Flashbang coming through from KNG. Zan finding the opening frag and does get himself out into Olaf. We have a flank coming in through Ivy as well. Dick Stacy in their spawn. And if Urkast can just hold them off for long enough, Dick Stacy can get it all done. Urkast getting one. There's smoke in his face. He can use it to delay this push, but he's been picked up from above.
And Dick Stacy wrapping around, making his presence known, dropping the bomb, and with it, any hope of INTZ taking this round. Cello lost in that smoke. Dexter gonna pick him up. Grayhound, 6-3. Still going undefeated since bringing these rifles out, and a timeout called on in. I think justifiably so. Also, yeah, I corrected it. Nah, it was just after the first round of games. He was one of the highest rated, which, you know, isn't that surprising because he got like a 1.4 rating or something like that. So, yeah, moving on. We'll forget about that.
We know how good
Regardless,
he is.
Yeah, KNG is the guy in this team I think that you want to be keeping an eye on, especially with it being Train. I'm really hoping we can see a bit more of this double AWP potential between KNG and Yell. Yell was always someone that I really liked watching on the AWP, right? And I feel like even when we saw these double AWPs coming out for INTZ in the games that you and I have cast here, it was working. It just always felt like it was always so late in the games that we saw those double AWPs come out. It takes them so long to get any sort of economy built up, and that's been a real reoccurring theme for INTZ throughout every match they've played thus far.
Yeah, it doesn't help they're on the T side either, so you know they're currently stuck in the buy eco phase where you have to win a round eventually, otherwise you're just going to buy eco. Also, we're likely not going to see a double AWP until the CT side, if even then. And of course that does require the money, which is a long way in the future. It's just pistols again here for the Brazilians. They have plenty of utility this time. They've thrown all these smokes over the A-bomb site. Flashes to follow. Voltage boost in the connector. He's above that con smoke, and they were not ready for that. Destiny gets picked up. Zand is down to 6, and these pistols are getting absolutely ruined, Harry. No survivors.
No, I mean, we've seen those pistols not like ever get it close, but at least do damage for INTZ in the past. That round there, Grayhound just kind of like gradually improving their ability to best those eco rounds from INTZ. They keep it flawless, they shut everyone down, and now we start to see some money accruing over here on the CT side as well. Considering, you know, Grayhound was 6-3 up, they didn't have the biggest bank accounts, right? So finally they can kind of wipe the sweat off their brow and take a bit of a breather, because now you can lose a round and still feel the buy. That really does eliminate INTZ's way of easily getting back into this game. Now it does become a bit of a grind for the Brazilian squad.
And up Ivy they go. Dick Stacy, he's alone here. He's allowing them to commit. He's playing very passive, so the trade should be possible here. Destiny first round the corner. Oh, he fires off a shot. Destiny's now baited a bullet. Dick Stacy with the Molotov, and they're already out to the A side. He sprays through the smoke. He finds 2. They run right through the Molotov. Certainly helps alongside those bullets landing in their back. And now KNG, maybe the top of Ivy, but he is in a 2v4 here. Yell, Pop Dog bound. And KNG's hoping for his teammate to try and activate, but Yell is tagged up. That makes matters even worse. Re-smoke, certainly not what KNG wanted here. He's just not even going to have an opportunity to use this AWP.
Yeah, they're both so far away from one another. Yell over in Pop Dog, as you can see on the picture-in-picture. KNG with the bomb on his back and an AWP in hand. I mean, set up over towards Ivy. With Dick Stacy holding the close left, they're going to get the information the second KNG tries to make his presence known. They're hoping that this smoke from Yell is going to draw that rotation out, and it will bait Dick Stacy into the open, but the bomb has been spotted, so none of these players have left A for Grayhound. Yell and KNG, they've got essentially a 2-on-2, and this close angle being held is going to shut KNG down. Sicko gets the upgrade onto the AWP for free, and he'll take that all day long. 8-3 for Grayhound. INTZ still yet to put a single round on the board since getting into the rifles.
Yeah, I will say I do love that call from INTZ, the slowdown from KNG. Yell fakes B. At that point, if you're Grayhound, you don't know whether KNG has walked all the way back through T-spawn, and they're both walking down ramp right now. So, as you said, Dick Stacy, he moves out the corner, he gets caught in transition. That's a kill. But yeah, as said, the second they realize the bomb's Ivy, they know Yell has to come Pop Dog, and Sicko just takes that frag for free. So, not much you can do past the opening couple of kills, but a nice attempt either way. Dick Stacy really locking down Ivy in that round through the smoke. And Grayhound, I mean, they are playing some great Counter-Strike right now. Really good CT setups. The rotations are on point. Even when INTZ are trying these little timing plays where Yell's walking down B ramp, it's not stopping Grayhound from locking in these rounds. 8-3. More pistols for the Brazilians. It's all too familiar territory. I want to see them go B with this buy. They keep running into yard and just getting nothing for it when they have pistols. It seems like maybe this will be the call, but the bomb is going Ivy, so there's a bit more of trickery going on here in this round than maybe Grayhound will expect.
Thing to note though is now that Sicko's got that AWP, it's kind of freed him up to play over here in the connector, and you can be a real threat to both the B and A site from this position with the big green gun. Re-smoke down at Ivy, and that holds Zan back from ever really seeing the light of day on this CT push. It's looking like they want to just bring him in late to go for this wraparound. We often see teams attempt this, but the thing is, with just pistols to their name, you're really hoping that Grayhound are all in this rotation almost immediately.
That's a great shot. Sicko blinded, gets the frag. Dex is on the site, but he's being wrapped from lane side, and Malta's been smoked off, so he can't assist him. They get close, very close. Yell's in the smoke, but Cello on the site is going to take down Sicko on that rotate. Luckily enough, nothing else transpires here for INTZ, and Grayhound will mop up the remaining pistols. The flank even dealt with as well. And that just, yeah, it just feels like how this game has gone. Again, it is only pistols, but certainly not as successful as maybe you would have hoped here for INTZ.
How is he not dead? Carrigan.
Remember, this is their pick carry.
Yeah.
The T side is looking...
I honestly thought that was like an error on the HUD at first. I was I had to double check it. I was like, did they really pick this?
Yeah.
And then it's like, of course they would have, because A, it's about the INTZ have frequented a lot. You think about it, double up potentials there, and on top of that, you know, Grayhound starting CT side should have been the immediate hint for us.
It doesn't feel like it. They just feel lost. I don't know what the game plan is here. They've been doing the same thing on their eco rounds until that round. I guess they finally hit B, but kind of similar results. Grayhound do really look good though. I don't want to just bash on INTZ. Grayhound have had a lot of very good setups this game.
No worries, Carrigan's played it to perfection.
Let's see if that continues, because guns are back out, Harry.
Finds himself another round.
I think as well, like, the difference is INTZ in their games, they were just sort of getting bashed out. Now, Grayhound, at least in one of their two games, they had a game that they should have won, right? That crazy game.
Yeah.
They've at least had games that they were close, where they were in the lead, they were looking good, and I feel like the fire is really lit beneath them now, because this is a roster, you know, that isn't like it's like as new as these INTZ guys are in their current 5-man unit, right? It does kind of feel feels like the communication's just all coming through for Grayhound, and there's a bit of a lapse of it for INTZ. Hoping we can see him pick it up, because you can still recover this half. If you can get 5 rounds, you can recover this. Open and found from Destiny.
20 seconds.
Nick Stacy, he's got that bomb and he's sitting on it. He's not moving. KNG will finally actually get Dick Stacy off the bomb, but 10 seconds, there's not time, surely.
They need to stick it ASAP as well. They need to run and get it first, but Urkos won't even let them pick it up. They attempt to get that bomb, and KNG, he's doing his damnedest with this AWP, but it's all in lost rounds. And that's the thing. How many times have we seen INTZ come down to the last 15 seconds where they are not able to get that bomb plant in? That's not the first time, Harry. And I doubt it'll be the last, although it's not like there are many rounds after this half. We are 10-3 up right now for Grayhound, and INTZ do not even seem like they're in the server. These rounds have not been close.
No, not really. Like earlier on in the game, definitely, right? Like we had a couple of retakes that had to come through. We had that 2v2 that came really down to the right wire, right, with Malta clutching that out. But as this game has been going on and on, it does just feel like Grayhound are really building upon this lead, and for INTZ, that momentum and the kind of that's some BS right there for KNG, man. I guess it's just like, it feels less and less likely, right, that the comeback can happen the longer they go without getting even a single round.
Certainly. And what do we have here? INTZ going back towards B. With this kind of buy, I can only assume Dexter close with an HE grenade. Does love to throw these out. Ooh, a few seconds too early. Could have got some more damage off there. Doesn't matter. INTZ are fully grouped up, and it's not like INTZ are making big mistakes here or anything. You know, they're just not winning their duels. We see there they throw early Ivy utility. They keep Grayhound with a 3-man A setup and 1 player in the connector. Sicko's playing rotate between the two, so it's not like Grayhound, INTZ are walking to stacks round after round. They're at least doing the necessities to keep Grayhound in position. But yeah, I mean, talking of losing gunfights, with this weaponry, they're going to have a rough time getting into this bomb site. Destiny has an AK, that's all, as INTZ set up for the B play.
Oh, well, they've set up for it, but this volley of utility has slowed it right down. Now the push looking to come in, and Seko given an opportunity there. Can't quite find the shot. Dexter alone in the bomb site. Here's a player get by, and they haven't cleared him. They haven't accounted for Dexter, and that might be their biggest mistake yet. Cello finally getting that trade. Dexter's doubled up, and now Cello in the bomb site alone. Yell up in the rafters. They've got so much to do, and just pistols to get it done with. It's all falling apart. They're on the defuse. Urkar sticking it. He's got it. It's in the bag. 11-3, another round for Grayhound.
Yell uses a whole clip, he brings Malta down to 10. He then uses another whole clip, he brings, whoever that was, Urkar, I think, maybe down to 10. Yeah, it's falling apart here, Harry, at the seams. They are being de-threaded, mate. 11-3. INTZ, they won the first 3 rounds of this map. Since then, it has been Silent City right now. And it's a ghost town.
That's the thing, man. INTZ, along with a lot of these Brazilian teams, you can always see the fire. You know, you can always see the passion on their faces. And when we're cutting back to them now, it feels sad because these are people I'm not used to seeing look this glum, look this out of a matchup. Malta's holding close to main, a real change as the CTs go aggressive, and INTZ just are not ready for it. They haven't encountered this once all game long.
God, trigonometry is crazy stuff, Harry. That flash goes flying.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I don't know if that was even intentional on Malta's behalf.
5 on 4 here. I mean, it's not like Grayhound needed a pick into this round, but they'll get it. They'll force it up in T-Con and force KNG out of that position. He's going to have to go B-side. Sand is up, Ivy. But it's not like Grayhound haven't been allowing this round after round. Dick Stacey has just been playing this corner position, not letting anyone much further than the entrance of Ivy. Flashes out towards A. Cello does get a pick, and that's something. Now they can look to try and take this out of bomb site. They've had enough of B. They've been retaken too many times. Dick Stacey wants to clear this close position. Oh, he's not convinced. He's going to go back, and he will pay the price. Zan getting that frag, and INTZ have opened up this round. Finally an advantage taken. What can they do with it?
I mean, they've been waiting all game long for this exact moment, right? To be sitting in a 4-on-3, now 4-on-2. Surely this is where INTZ get their first rifle round, but Dexter could tear it all apart. He gets shut down by KNG. He saved the day, and INTZ, they manage a 4th round in round number 15. It's still a monstrous performance from Grayhound as they get all 11 rounds consecutively. 11-4 at the end of the first half. Can INTZ pull it back on their map pick, or are the Greyhounds going to run away with this one? Find out after a break. It's INTZ in the membrane. Grayhound off to a good start. That was awful. They're 11-4 up, and they are looking damn near flawless. About as close to it as you could have got. They lose the pistol. They lose those two 4 spies that they attempt. But then since getting onto the rifles, they get 11 in a row. Only round 15 going against them.
I mean, that's a streak if you need it, Harry. 11 rounds in a row, they will take that. And even though INTZ finally gets something done at the last round of the half, which could be, you know, the building blocks to pulling things back, it is going to require them to win this pistol round. And that's an easier said than done feat when Grayhound have looked on fire today. Fast B play, no flashes, they just run right down ramp. Great aim for Dexter, but these teams are flooding this site. Malta with the trade, and he's going to go one step further as well. Malta not giving up within B. That bomb yet to go down, but it finally will get the numbers punched in as INTZ have to retake with a man disadvantage.
Yeah, they have got the kit on Yell at the very, very least, but you're really clutching at straws if that's the silver lining. Malta gets tagged up trying to go through that smoke, but it might not matter. He still manages one. Cello left alone, and with Malta dodging his way up into the connector, I don't think Cello can get back into this round. I think this is all said and done. He's got to give it up. 3 points of health. He backs out. Grayhound take the pistol. Malta is just playing some lights out CS.
He's crazy. They need to name an island after him or something. Like, he's unbelievable, Harry. What do you even do if you're INTZ here? Down 12-4, Malta's just flexing on you with Glocks and USPs, whatever he can find on the ground. And INTZ, I imagine they force by here in the second round of the half. It's not like you got many other options. Double scout coming through, some pistols as well, but Grayhound, they are just looking sublime. Oh!
Yeah, well, he's been annihilated in the opening segments of this round. You got to be careful if you're Grayhound here. These scouts that are still up can wreak some real havoc now with 2 players being tagged down so low. This is very much a round that could slip through your fingers, especially as these scouts are getting away with more and more damage. This Deeg inside of the bomb site could do so much damage. Yell's found another, and now Dexter and Urcast, all that remain. Dexter's traded places with Destiny, and we'll get rid of him. We're down into this 2v2. The bomb's crossed into the bomb site, and Yell... Oh, Dexter knows he's lucky. Is he going to go back? He doesn't need to keep taking the fight, but he just wins it straight up.
Oh, they heard that. The ladder. Zan tries to bait a shot because Urkos was just in there, but he hears it anyway from the exterior. 13 rounds for Grayhound. Dexter and Urkos get it done. 5 kills between the 2 players, and INTZ, I mean, the pocket's out of money, Harry. There's a hole being cut in the bottom of it. Or maybe a dog is bitten the bottom of bitten the bottom out of their pocket. Wow, that's a real
bitten the bottom out of their pocket.
Basically, they are broke, Harry. They got no money.
No, they really don't. They got some nades, and that's about it. That's all there is to write home about. As nades go into main, haven't found too much damage. Smoke down the ramp, and Malta might just run in. I imagine he's going to try and clear this B site, and he's basically done it. There's one man here, that's K&G. And the thing is, getting this 1 kill, getting Malta into B doesn't have to win you the round, but it's kind of done enough, right? It's pulled everyone around. You know where they are now. You've wiped out the majority of the players, and then they finish off KG. So they do just hunt the kills. And Grayhound, I can't say I blame them, right? No. A 12-3 half or 11-4 half, was it? So
11-4 half.
Now 13-4 up.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better, Harry. This is the exact kind of game that Grayhound wanted today, and considering this isn't even their map pick either.
Yeah, I actually meant 14-4 up. I'm giving them too little credit.
Yeah, come on, Harry. These guys are nuts. No, it's because we're reading it off of the scoreboard, and because the rounds are so quick, because Grayhound is just
that round was so fast.
We forget that you had to add 2 sometimes. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Double up is out, Harry. You said you wanted to see this. Well, you might be able to for 1 round at least. Yell and KNG.
I bet this is going to be the most convincing round we see from INTZ yet.
Yeah, I'm getting on that train. Let's go.
They finally got it. CT side, this is what we were waiting for. It's a real shame that it was so one-sided from Grayhound early on, because now if INTZ lose this, we don't even get to see an INTZ CT side. We don't even know what it looks like.
No.
Because we got one round. Laid down the pop to find some damage onto Destiny. INTZ know the stakes. They know what's on the line. Both in this round and in this series. You know, this is an elimination best of 3.
They're just trying to get this player out of pop. They will push him back, but not finish him off. Ooh, Cello's going to smoke that. Do they continue? They drop, and I love that. They just drop together. One of them flies off the ladder to the right. One of them stays together. And the reason that that's sick is usually you'd stand on your teammate's head and double drop, where you can still get mowed down. A player just has to spray, you know, the bottom from under you. Instead, they separate. That's impossible for a CT to kill them both. But these orbs are shining through right now. Yell gets picked up after 1. KNG down to 5. Cast in the smoke, and Malta's caught KNG leaving it. I don't think he even saw him. I think he just spammed the smoke. As now Zand is left alone. 1 on 3, 13 seconds, but that's not a worry for Grayhound. They have complete control of the site, and Malta continuing to blindly fire. He will get another kill. Malta has just been unreal this map.
You know, as Chad Smudge Bircher will tell you, you can take Malta out of Australia, but you cannot take the Australian out of Malta.
That's a very good point. So
15-4 right now, and Grayhound, a phenomenal map from them. 135 ADR on Dexter, 118 ADR on Malta. Dexter especially has really been impressing me as well, because all the kills he's been getting have been like these super impactful, you know, like fully killing someone, like 100 HP down to 0. Malta, you know, he's been coming in, mopping up a couple of players here and there.
Whoa, you're trying to start on my man Malta.
Ooh, Urquhart just got domed. He's gone from main. An aggressive foothold taken from INTZ. Really the first round in this entire map that we've seen INTZ play with a bit of aggression, you know, play with a bit of a flair early on.
I mean, it's not like they really have any options to. That being said, yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it. I saw no immediate outer takes on their T side.
That's what I mean. Yeah. And you think about the real stereotype that all Brazilian teams have, especially the ones that are up and coming, right, of being so unpredictable, so fiery, so aggressive when they want to be. And we didn't see any of that. This round, we finally saw a bit of it into main, and they find that first kill onto Urquhart. That's an AK picked up for Cello. Man advantage for INTZ. Smokes into this B-bomb site. It's the commitment from Grayhound, and the first man falls.
Oh, but Zanny, here's the scope, so he gets aggressive to finish the job. We'll get traded, but that's the AWP out of the picture here for Grayhound. And Dick Stacey, he has got to get a 1-on-4 here. He needs to keep this one going. Won't even get the first. KNG, no idea how he wins that fight. 5 HP, cleans it up, saves the AWP, and INTZ do get a 5th round. Harry, we're going to see a couple of rounds at least on this CT side, but it's still up against 15. That's always the hardest battle to win, because you know you have no breathing room. Just one round and you're out, or at least down to that second map of Nuke, a map that Grayhound are more than happy to bring us to. Let's see if they will, though. Another buy coming through for the Greyhounds, and they've got the AWP as well.
Oh, that's a pretty beefy nade throwing out from Cello.
Oh my god.
With Zand getting tagged up down here in B, that's at least going to prompt a rotation. KNG coming in to try and help out, try and supplement this B bomb site that much more. It's not the inner hit though. The bomb might still reside here, but the rest of the guys have fallen back. With 3 players inside of B, if INTZ don't see someone soon, I imagine they're going to take a bit of aggression perhaps, or just keep 2 players there and rotate that 3rd man back towards the connector. But with how they've posted up so close to the ramp and to the rafters, I feel like we could see some aggression coming from the likes of maybe KNG or Cello. They're holding for that immediate peak, and KNG will actually get a tag off onto Dexter. Thing is, that's left INTZ pretty confident in this 3-man B stack. They still keep the majority of players here. Grayhound with 30 seconds left, really changing the pace in this round. Now look to head back to A.
What was that? Dexter? Hello? It was in the pop dog, either a molly or he fell to his death. I really don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It might not even matter. Grayhound might close out the map in a 4-on-5 anyway. It's looking likely 3-on-2 right now. 10 seconds, they need that bomb plant in. And Multi catching the rotate from CT. This man, is there anything he can't do? Cello's last alive and Malta, he will make him meet his maker. 16 rounds for Grayhound. They may start the round with a man killing himself in spawn, but Harry, it doesn't matter.
It really, really doesn't. Grayhound, they'll take the victory here. They move 1-0 up in this series. Their map pick of Nuke coming up next. And things